Okay, this is property in Ohio. We're doing a landscape restoration. As you can see, the shrubs have grown over the windows. There is some native species trees that have started to grow into this. That's a maple that's growing in. We'll pull that. Cut back all the shrubs, give them some definition. This is a Bradford pear. They'll probably pull that out because it'll choke everything else out that's here. This needs trimmed back so it's not hitting the gutters. This is gonna get trimmed back so it doesn't look overgrown. Pull all the weeds out of the bottoms there. I just clean everything up. Backside of the house is easy. There's nothing there. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm gonna make all kinds of like noise. Just for a little bit though, okay? Oh, they bark? All right. And then the front side, it's been sprayed out, looks like. Some weed killer. I'll rake it all out with a hard rake. Plenty of the big stuff. Get these weird thistles out. Pop that pine, maple out. Clean all the grass out here. And then this maple here, we'll clean it up. Take the low stuff out of it. See if we can keep it off the house. I made a little bit of progress on the front. Got everything kind of shaped up a little bit better than it was prior. Still got the get a hard rake in there and take out all the weeds and stuff like that. The little saplings cut back. This over here, past this truck, cleaned up this maple here, kind of skirted it. It's still hitting the gutters. I think I'm gonna talk to the homeowner and probably just remove it. It's not in a good spot anyway. It interferes with the power lines. There shouldn't be a tree growing that close to the house. So we'll see what she thinks. All right, that ash is growing in there. Prune it back a little bit, see if it makes some sense. I don't want to hack and slash too much off of this stuff, but I want to get it off of the house. This tree here, this evergreen, I'm gonna take probably 2 foot off the bottom of it. Any of the limbs that have started to grow out the bottom. I think that's gonna pull a lot of it away from the house, but I'll set you guys down and see how it looks. Put this thing in there. Well, it's cleaning up. I'm gonna do a little bit more, bring it up a little bit higher, separate it from the shrubs, and then I'll grab the gas hedge trimmer out again and clean up along the back side of these shrubs. It got really killed off. I don't know if you can see it back there. Right in this area here. On the shrub, not the tree itself. See what I can do. Clean it up some. Try and get the dead out of there. The rest of it's getting pretty good. I'm getting sappy, so I'm only gonna take still shots from the rest of it. Okay, well, this is where we're at for today. I got the stuff off the house there at the edge here. It was coming into contact pretty good, so we cleaned all that up. Weeded this out a little bit. It needs some maintenance from the homeowner, but I got the majority out. Cleaned up all these shrubs somewhat. Gave them some division between the species, kind of trimmed them back. The major concern was getting everything off the side of the house, so clean that up. I got a little bit of raking to do down inside there. This ash tree looks like it just grew. It's a swamp ash, I believe, and it's gonna live here now. It's not a bad tree to have. Swamp ash, or ash itself, in northwestern Ohio has become a rare species, so I don't want to take it out, but I don't want it to interfere with anything. Clean up the edge on the shrub line here. Didn't do the tops of these because this evergreen tree was really growing up down on the ground. It looks like I mangled it, but I didn't. I needed to clean it up and leave as much of the tip on there so it kind of close up, but it had overcrowded so much over these shrubs that it started to almost kill them. So we're gonna kind of skirt the tree up like I did, give it some more sunlight to these areas. They'll get a little bit more water in them, and they should kind of bounce back a little bit, and that'll make a difference. I've got to come back tomorrow and work on these. I'm not sure what this species is. I want to do a little bit of research before I really start tearing into them. I'm not sure if it's a low prune or if I can just run the gas trimmer on it. Did along these edge lines here, kind of cleaned everything up. All the the rock line here will get sprayed a little bit more. I'm gonna spray it again with some ground clear, clean up all the shavings of all the trees and the shrubs, and pick out the rest of this. There's goldenrod that's growing over here, and there is some just weeds. I'll rake it out here in a minute and get the weeds out of the growth that's coming in and out of everything else. Cleared everything off the deck here so it's not rubbing, and edge line here, clean the edges up, everything. And then this guy, still got to load all this up on the trailer. This is from the maple that's growing. I want to give it an opportunity to try and push past this gutter. I think it will. I mean, it's a quickly enough growing tree. I don't like that it's got those 3 codominant spurs on it, and it looks like it is next to all of the service, so it might actually have to come out and get pulled out, but we'll see. But it was pretty bad before. We got all that cleaned up. Everything else looks all right. We'll wrap it up here in a few minutes. It's 5:30. It looks like we're gonna get a storm coming in because it's darker than it should be out. All right, we're all finished up out at this landscape restoration. I'm hoping the video that I'm taking turns out. We didn't mulch everything. The customer has a lawn care team that comes out, so hopefully they'll catch any of the trimming up that needs to be done. Like I said, I didn't do much on this back shrub ring, only because it had some decay on the backside. But definitely separated everything, got it all looking a little bit more round. Pulled the trees off the corners of the house, then cleaned off the side here. And then this little maple is trying to stick it out. Clipped it away from the house a little bit. Got the bottom growth off. It should stimulate some vertical growth on it, and we'll go from there. But anyway, that about wraps it up. Thanks for watching. Again, this is Josh with Grassroots Outdoor Work, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.